My 35 male husband and I, 30 female, have been married for 8 years, but separated for the last 14 months. I need help and advice on how to rekindle our relationship. We are currently not on speaking terms, and all of our arrangements go through our lawyers. However, I will have an opportunity over Christmas to clear the air and set things straight, as he will be flying in from Sydney to spend times with the kids. By the way, this comes from Katrina92, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. I'm Riley.
I'm Dakota.
And OP says, so what happened? I received a Facebook message in September last year that my husband was talking and exchanging unclothed photos with other women on Tinder. We spoke on the phone for a bit, and the only proof she had was screenshots of their conversations and his profile. Long story short, I downloaded Tinder and found his profile with his location 1 kilometer away. I was convinced that he was cheating, and we had a terrible fallout that evening. My family came to calm the situation, but instead, it escalated, and then my brother one-twoed and grabbed a hold of my husband. The neighbors called the police, and my husband was asked to pack a few things and stay elsewhere for a while. We separated shortly after. He has since moved to Sydney to be closer with his ailing father, but sees our kids for a weekend twice a month. Fast forward to the beginning of November this year, my neighbors showed up on my doorstep to tell me that her husband was catfishing women on dating apps using my husband's photos. Oh, he downloaded these photos from a MacBook that we lent to him during the vid, and some of these photos were immature nature, including photos of me. The police are currently dealing with this. All of this has been relayed to my husband through his lawyer, but his response has been lukewarm. He said we could talk about it over Christmas. I'm so scared that we might be down too far the rabbit hole, and he will likely push for a divorce, even though I know that we love each other deeply. This situation has taken a massive toll on our mental health, finances, and the well-being of our 3 kids. What is the best way to approach him in December and make amends? So, unfortunately, after having sat down and discussed things, it was decided that our marriage was beyond repair and that we should go our separate ways. Ugh, sorry, OP. He is currently in therapy and has requested that we have a clean break with no further contact in the future. I intend to respect his wishes and will continue to communicate through his lawyer on matters that concern our kids. I have since cleared the air with our families and friends and still actively working towards repairing his reputation. I would also like to clarify the harmful act and why my parents came over in the first place. The night of the argument, I called my mother to ask if I could drop off our kids and if they could spend the evening there. But she was concerned about my emotional state and asked that I stay put and they would come to fetch the kids instead. They arrived and my brother outed to stay outside while my parents came inside to grab the kids